Hey folks, Christmas and welcome back to my video. This is another request this time from Felix, and this is a video. He wanted me to watch a video called Band TMNT 2003 episode Insane Memories Membrane Recap. Now I think I've seen this episode. I can tell you right now, I see way worse things that's been banned than this. It's not been banned in this too, but throughout the video, my sister might be messaging me, so I'll have to pause the video or make the video play and then go to the next file because my mom's actually bringing the baby back home today, so I'll have to. So if you feel me going through, so that's what I'm going through. So without further ado, let's do this video out. Yay!
It's 1:15 a.m. I'm on an old iPad. Once it didn't even have a camera yet, just surfing the web. Just like any other day, I'm doing all sorts of research on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and at this point, specifically, the 2003 series. As a youngling stumbling across the existence of
Love the
episode
cartoon.
of this series
Love it.
creeped me out. Yeah, anything dealing with banned or lost media at the time used to spook the feces out of me, dude.
No, I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming.
What made it even worse was the content held within this banned episode. Of course, the episode I'm referring to is Insane in the Membrane, a Baxter Stockman-centric episode that gives both quite a bit of depth to the character as well as a dash of nightmare fuel for the youngsters who happen upon such an episode.
I think I've seen this episode before.
So what made this so disturbing, you may be asking? Oh, okay, yeah, that's enough. Yeah, I know. There are some of you out there going, well, I've seen worse, why was this even banned? Well, good point. Today, when it comes to cartoons, even those that are geared more towards kids, it's not uncommon to see more risky subject matter presented, seeing as a lot of people think that kids can stomach a lot of things presented in today's society. They can see all sorts of stuff on the internet, so TV shows have been a bit more lenient about letting certain things slide in children's programming. But think about the time when this show was airing. Things I was exposed to during the time of the 4Kids produced Ninja Turtles series airing on TV wouldn't be enough for...
I'll give you that. Things back then were way more offensive than they are before, but still, I mean, some of the stuff in these damn shows or even cartoons were so controversial, man.
Me to watch this episode without staying up all night with a few nightmares. I mean, this coming from the kid who was terrified of Alfred Molina's Doc Ock arms in Spider-Man 2 so badly that my dad was forced to cut off Dr. Octopus's arms on the action figure that I got for Christmas.
Really?
What makes a Dr. Prager's veggie?
Sorry guys, have to pause the video because of this flipping commercial, so we'll be right back. And we're back. Whoops, what's wrong video? Wrong video? Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Right. As stated before, Insane in the Membrane did not air on 4Kids TV in the United States due to a lot of the subject matter being looked to as, too graphic for the eyes of younglings. While the episode was set to air in 2006, it wouldn't have airtime on United States television until the rights to TMNT were acquired by Viacom CBS and aired on Nicktoons in August of 2015. Yeah, 9 whole years later.
This shit was on Nicktoons? Oh my god.
The episode opens up with a bit of an introduction to the character Baxter Stockman. Sure, he's had plenty of appearances within the series before this episode, but I found it to be a pretty neat inclusion. Not only does it set the stage for those who might be tuning into the show for the first time with this episode, but it also serves as a nice little recap that hits close to home and is a wild ride for those who remember his tale from previous storylines in the series to experience before viewing this devastating downfall. Let's fast forward a little bit, shall we? We soon catch up with the Turtles, who seem to be in a little tussle with their less popular cousins in the tunnels. It's not really an integral scene for me to cover in this review or anything. I just wanted to make a joke about the Toads, which I'm not sure was strong enough for me to even throw into the script, but anyway, coming over to our boy Baxter Stockman, we discover he has created a new body, something I'm sure Krang would like to have a discussion about with Mr. Stockman.
Why haven't you completed my new body?
Bishop is with Baxter Stockman and warns him of the dangers that could come with this little experiment that Baxter Stockman is very eager to test out on himself. He wants a body so badly that he doesn't really care about the potential repercussions that could come with doing such a dangerous experiment. So, just like all the great scientists who jumped the gun, Baxter meets the same wonderful fate that your boy Norman Osborn met. Insanity. We start off with something that doesn't seem to be too crazy at first. We find ourselves within a dream sequence, one in the mind of Baxter Stockman, thinking back to his time as a child when he was younger. His mother coming home and bringing him a chemistry set that he's always wanted. W Mom, by the way, W Mom. Not only do we get to see the loving mother that he had, but these sweet little scenes allow us to empathize with the character more. While it's not uncommon to find a lot of superhero media today correcting the way we write villains in order to allow us to understand their motives better, but back then, it wasn't uncommon to have a flat cookie-cutter villain in order to just keep the plot moving along and give the heroes something to punch, especially in kids' media like this. Something I always found interesting about the 2003 series was when they allowed for side characters and villains to have just as much complexity as our heroes in a half-shell that we follow every week. Yeah, but we're not here to talk about the complexity of the writing and all that good stuff. We're here to talk about the weird crap. That spooky stuff, man. So don't let me keep you from it. Let's get into it. Yeah, these flashbacks and dream sequences were cute at first, but they turned real freaky real fast. I'm talking about this dude hallucinating everyone to be his mama, alright? Man waking up from a dream and having his freaking finger fall off. His jaw kicked where it's barely hanging on by a thread in his face. Yeah, that's weird. Don't get me wrong, the 2012 Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series did some pretty hardcore stuff as well. A lot of the stuff I found being quite shocking that Nickelodeon would even allow it to pass through their censors. But at an early time, in 2006, on 4Kids, a network notorious for censoring all your favorite anime for the slightest aspects that were deemed too vulgar? Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Did they really expect this to pass censorship? Like, this episode never stood a chance on 4Kids, who are we kidding? Keep in mind, though, I was a very easily spooked kid. Remember, I cried it out for Melina's Doc Ock arms in Spider-Man 2. If that doesn't scream whim, I don't know what does. But come on, admit it. If you were at my age, what, 4 or 5 when this came out, you really tell me you're gonna sit there and act like you wouldn't cry seeing this? Or this? Come on now. Remember, I was even older when I discovered this episode. I found out about it years after it was supposed to air, and even then I was scared. But keep in mind, I was always a wimp. Okay, so I've been attributing a lot of the spooky stuff towards the zombie Baxter aspect of this episode, but can we talk about the scene with Casey and April? Like, watch this.
Back where this all started.
Dang! Baxter did not come to play games, okay?
The fuck? I mean, listen, this stuff is nothing on stuff like Goosebumps, The Haunting Hour. I know I keep bringing up those shows, but you should watch them shows again. They are fucked up, especially The Haunting Hour. One of the episodes literally ends with the little boy being eaten alive by bugs. Or Ren and Stimpy. Any of that shit is way worse than this kind of crap.
Okay, look, okay, I know the likelihood of this actually happening are slim to none, but in that moment I thought the dude legit pew-pewed her to eternal slumber with the use of a trigger-having weapon. Okay, again, what made me think that the studio that did this would let this slide? Come on now. Yeah, okay, so the whole reason behind Baxter shooting April was because he put all of the blame for him turning into freaking Plants vs. Zombies, Last of Us infected clicker-looking dude on her. He blames her for it all, okay? You know, not that he had plenty of warning before doing this, not that his hallucination mama didn't try to tell him how to behave and telling him that the sky was the limit. None of that clicked into his mind that maybe he should second guess doing this stuff before something goes horribly wrong, but no. Instead, he went ahead and did it and shows what your freaking arrogant bud kids, bro, has the nerve to come blame April. Get out of here. And I'm telling you, I don't know if this is just because I'm wishy-washy or whatever, but I went so back and forth between feeling bad for this dude and just not giving a crap. Like, the dude was arrogant and he had all this coming to him. But then when his mom would show up and talk to him, I felt kind of bad. But then you realize she's a freaking hallucination and she wasn't telling him any of this. He was just making it up so that you could feel sympathy for him. So then I didn't give a crap. Then you see he's hurting the turtles and April after trying to make you sympathize with him, and then you don't give a crap again. But then you start to feel bad because he starts to rescue April and you hear him calling her his mom because he really thinks it's his mom in that moment because he, you know, he's hallucinating her and he sees April as his mom, and then you feel bad because he falls into the water and then it's like, yeah, so there's more things that happen in the episode that I didn't even touch on, but that's the gist of the story, man. Like, a crazy episode. I just had to share it with you guys. I've seen it plenty of times before. I could have talked about this years ago, but now it just felt like the perfect time. I just felt something in me saying rewatch this episode, and I just had to talk about it with you after rewatching it, you know? So check out Insane.
I'm making pork chops and macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
Membrane. Doing a bit of research surge. Apparently, the
Pretty cool drawing he's doing though. That's pretty damn dope.
reason this episode didn't air, even though going so far into production to the point of completion, was because there was staff. The crew at Fox Kids cleared the episode. They deemed it possible to air on the network, but right before the episode aired, they had a change in staff, and that new staff said, hey, nah. And 9 years go by, and Nickelodeon gets the rights to the Ninja Turtles and say, hey, we're doing some pretty messed up crap in our Ninja Turtle show, cutting off heads and stabbing rats. Why not air this episode? Go ahead, put it on Nicktoons. That's the story of Insane in the Membrane. Have you guys seen the episode? Are you wanting to see it after you heard me talk about it? Did I just kind of ruin the entire thing for you because I didn't put a spoiler warning, but I talked about the episode in depth, and now you know everything that happens, and you don't care to watch it because I just told you everything that happened in it, and you're not going to check it out, or you might check it out depending on what I said or not, or just leave all your comments down in the comment section below. That's what they're there for. Leave this video a like, share it around with your friends, and like I said, watch Insane in the Membrane, dude. If you don't watch it, you're insane and you're membrane.
Okay then.
Dislike the video just for that joke, man. I wouldn't blame you.
That was interesting. I mean, I watched the cartoon when I was a kid, but I did not see that episode. I'm kind of glad I didn't. But to be honest with you guys, I've seen way worse. Trust me, I've seen way fucking worse things than that. Believe it or not, that show Mr. Meaty, those puppets are nightmare fuel. Even the two main ones, or Invader Zim, or Ren and Stimpy, or like I said a million times, Goosebumps, or Haunting Hour. Even though those aren't cartoons, but they're still horrifying, especially as a kid. Or even some of the stuff that's in, what's that show called? Cat Dog. I mean, there's way worse stuff than this little thing right here. But I can see why this was banned, because some of it was pretty gruesome. But anyway, what your favorite horrifying total memory was down in the comments below. That was wild. I liked that video. That drawing was cool too. You should have seen it. It's like a drawing of the show. But yeah, I might stop with the videos. I know I keep saying this every single time, every single day, but we're actually taking the baby home here later. I might, if I don't go with my mom, I will upload one more video. But if I do, I won't. But I guess we'll find out together. So with that said, thanks for watching, take care, and see you guys later. Bye-bye.